Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm Darkjack, and in this video, I'm going to give you my honest first impressions about the multiplayer for the new game The Last of Us. Now, The Last of Us's multiplayer is essentially Uncharted 3's multiplayer, with a very strong emphasis on teamwork and stealth, with the brutal finishing moves of Gears of War. So that's how I would summarize it in a nutshell. But in this game, you cannot be a one-man army. If you want to survive in The Last of Us's multiplayer, you have to work together as a team and use stealth. And there are two factions in this game. There are the Hunters and the Fireflies, and there are two game modes. So right now I'm playing as a Firefly, and this is Supply Raid, which is Team Deathmatch, and each team has 20 lives. And then the other mode is Survivors, which is Search and Destroy, where you only have one life and there are no respawns. And in this game, you have to use stealth to your advantage, and you have to play very defensively. And the multiplayer mode is very slow-paced in comparison to other multiplayer games. It's much slower paced than Uncharted or even Gears of War, even though Gears of War is known to be very defensive and team-oriented as well. If you want to survive in this game, you have to gather resources which are scattered around the map, and then use them to buy ammo and then to get upgrades for your guns. And then after you kill someone, you're going to get more stuff that you can then pick up and use to your advantage. And so the supplies that are scattered around the map are essentially this way's game of doing power-ups and power weapons. And then when you go down, your teammates can revive you, like right here. I go down, so you always want to stay next to your teammates, and you want to run together in a pack of 4 at all times, and you never want to be a lone wolf. If you try to be a lone wolf in this game, you're going to die. You have to stick together as a group and use teamwork communication if you ever want to survive. And so as long as you stick together, you're going to win. So in this game, we dominated the other team, and we won with 16 lives, because we stay together and use our mics to call out. Also in this game, there is no regenerating health. And so if you want to survive, you have to get supplies to buy health packs and then use health packs. So you want to use the D-pad on your left and then move up and down it to select the health pack, and then hit the fire button when you have the health pack selected to heal. So right here what we're doing is we're just holding it down this area of the map, and in this map, this is the high school map, and it's a roughly symmetrical map. And what we're doing is we're sticking together as a group. And by doing that, it allows us to win easily, because if someone goes down, your teammate can just revive them. So another thing I really don't like about this multiplayer is that you start out with very little ammo. You really only have enough ammo to kill 2 or 3 people at most. And then after that, you have to buy more ammo, or you have to scavenge around for it. So you cannot be a one-man army. I think when I played this game for the past several hours, I was only able to get on a 4 or 5 kill streak at the most. And that's really good for this game, because you cannot dominate and get like a 10 kill streak in this game. It's almost impossible to do, because each team only has 20 lives, and you got to be extremely sneaky. And when you run in this game, you show up on the radar, and you also show up on the radar whenever you shoot. And as a result, you have to sneak around and crouch down. This is a stealth-based game. This is not a run-and-gun shooter like Call of Duty or even Battlefield. Out of all the multiplayer games that I've ever played, this is probably one of the slowest-paced multiplayer games of them all, if not the most. But there's also a certain charm to it, because you have to be extremely strategic. You cannot just rush into a situation. You have to plan, and you have to build stuff. By pressing select, and you can build smoke grenades, you can build a shiv, and you can also customize your loadout before the match. And when you first start off, you don't have very good stuff, but over time you progressively unlock better items. So here you can see what you can build. You can build health kits, cocktails, you can build bombs, and then better melee weapons. And at close range, your best option is always to go for melee, because the pistols are awful at close range. And always try to aim for the head, because if you hit them in the head, it's a one-hit kill, and they go down instantly. And then after you kill the enemy, you then want to loot them to get more ammo and to get more stuff. And then you can, if you look at the bottom left, you can see the items that I have, and I have 420 items right now. And then you can spend those on bullets, as well as better guns. And what I recommend is that you choose the shotgun in your starting loadout. And right here, this was a funny part. We ended up killing each other at the same time, and his teammate didn't revive him, even though he was standing right next to him, because right now there are a lot of noobs playing this game. So when you first start playing this game, you got to be really, really careful. And always stay together with your teammates. And then right there I got taken down behind by a Shiv. That's using a stealth kill, and that was pretty sneaky of her. Because if you crouch down, the enemy cannot see you or hear you. And you can flank around them, and you want to use flanking to your best abilities. Because simply sprinting at the enemy team is going to get you killed, because they can see you on the radar. And they'll just pick you off, and even if you take one of them down with your weapons, the enemy team will just revive them. So you have to be extremely careful. So overall, I would say the multiplayer mode is excellent, but I would say it's not for everyone. It's for people that are willing to be patient and are willing to camp and be very stealthy. It appeals to those type of gamers rather than people who enjoy the fast-paced nature of Call of Duty. And then right here, both me and my teammate get taken down by a bomb, so you have to be really careful and use whisper mode by pressing R2, and you can see the enemy through walls, though it has a slow recharge time. So overall, the multiplayer mode is great, but I don't think it's worth the price of the game. The single player is the core of this game, not the multiplayer. And I'll see you guys later.